competition over there, and they had the competition and then they had a party. But what nobody knew was that this particular Russian diver had been taking karate courses all through the month that he was there. And he did that thing that I guess we've all done, which is you go up to your hotel room and then realise you left your key downstairs. But he was a little worse for wear, shall we say, from the party, and he couldn't actually be bothered about that, so they found him lying on the door to his room. And when they managed to sober him up and he explained that he karate chopped the door down, they didn't actually believe him. The management didn't believe him, so he took him across the corridor and he did another door and they sent him home.
Well, these guys don't karate chop doors, they walk through them. So you can see the bend on that bar now. So success there on 230 to go with his 190 that he eventually snatched, puts him on 420. So for a 19-year-old, beginning of his career, it's a pretty good start. $230 kilos, already in excess of 500 pounds. No one's actually clean and jerked 600 pounds yet. That would be 272.5 kilos. So we're around that 10 kilo.
Pavel Nidek, Poland.
Yes, generally more comfortable in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, good strong arms overhead. He looks in good sorts with himself, actually. 233. The bar.
It's on 420 because he only snatched 187.5, so he's giving a lot away in the first phase.
187, no 0.5.
187, that's right. New rulings. Old habits die hard, David.
I know. What at your end? So Glushko of Russia. Well, what a difference between the two Russians. This man only bringing forward 187 kilos, only got one of the 3 snatch attempts, so up against it as well. Well, he's animated enough, but although he's got the lift, I don't find him terribly convincing. .424. No.
We snatched 187, didn't he?
Yeah, 424.
Yeah.
424. I am right. Now, clearly, this young man would appear to prefer the clean and jerk to the snatch phase. I could understand that.
.30 seconds.
Giving away 8 years and 16 kilos to Rezazadeh. I think it's the 8 years which are the big difference rather than the kilos. That's not too bad.
That's good. Yeah, solid in the second phase.
Yeah, he's much more comfortable here. 238. Nice increase, and now really is making a bit of an impression, David, because
well, he's on 428, isn't he now? So
yeah. 4:28. Just looking at the sort of progress. I mean, back in 2003 at the World Championships, okay, it's a couple of years, but that's now 38. What did we say? 4:28. So he's 28 kilos up on that. Now Nidek didn't catch the bars there. Is it still on 230?
I think it's probably gone up a kilo.
Yeah.
I think we're on 239.
Yeah, he's using all his experience now. That's, you know, again, that's good to see.
Good lift.
238.
238.
Yeah, no, it's stayed the same.
238.
That's a 5 kilo increase. Now he's just, you know, in his time when he won the world title in Antalya 4 years ago, I mean, he did actually clean and jerk 250. Now he's obviously not going to get there today, but I think he's just trying to look on the totals. Where's he? He's just too far away, isn't he, from the others?
Yes, it's the snatch phase.
You know, 187, and it puts him, you know, what, 4 kilos behind Skabatis, 4 kilos behind Jabba, and of course he's used up 2 of his 3 attempts. So
here is Jabba.
You'd have to say for Nidek, he's got a choice. I mean, he can sit and wait now. He could sit and wait and see what happens for the next, you know, 5 or 6 minutes with the next few lists. Maybe Jabba comes out, maybe Skabatis comes out, and he just has a look at them, which would probably be wise on their first attempts before deciding with his coach whether they wanted to use that 3rd attempt up. Because if either of these two, him or Skabatis, were to wobble, that would be the one possibility for Nidek, but it's a very, very thin possibility. So Jabba trying to regain the world title, but already on the back foot. Well, that was a pretty straightforward opener there.
Just remember, Jabba has actually made an attempt at the world record. He tried 263 kilos, cleaned it, and just missed the jerk. So he's been up around some pretty big kiloage in his time.
So the halfway leader, Chigishev, 240. Now remember, he's got a 10 kilo advantage over Jabba from the halfway stage from the snatch. That could be very, very important.
I think it's almost certainly going to be crucial.
Chigishev starting off 2.5 kilos below what he finished on in the Europeans last April. Good strong clean, but the bar looking quite heavy.
Well, it's total on the board, but as you say, I think Rezazadeh's confidence after that last snatch was more in regards to the overall. We know how strong he is in the clean and jerk, and that's the extra body weight. You see, this man extremely powerful, but and that power showing in the snatch phase. Very good speed strength, but on the clean and jerk, power's not enough. You need to be supremely strong, and that extra body weight that Rezazadeh has gives him that added strength because of the extra muscle bulk.
451 though is his total. And the Europeans weighed in at 121 kilos, today at 125, so he's gained a little weight. You would think possibly, after having watched him in the snatch, that he would, you know, might be capable of adding another 5 kilos to 247, 248. But
I think he's probably capable of about 245.
Yeah.
Which means that Rezazadeh would have to do 247.
Yeah.
Because it's a kilo down and body weight. And I think that's the game Shigashev's going to have to play, because I think Rezazadeh will wait.
Well, this is a man who's also dangerous to Shigishev in terms of overall placing, because Skebartis in the clean and jerk, opening up here, and this is a 250, a proven 250 man.
But not looking quite so good today.
Yeah. Do you know that moment when you just regret saying what you just said?
But he's still a proven 250 man.
But that was poor.
Yeah. But it's so much about. I mean, that's one of the things though that makes sport, any sport, exciting. You know, if everybody just did what was written down on the piece of paper, they might as well send in the result and have the medal sent out. I mean, the thing is, it's the drama of the day, what happens to you in the preparation. So Rezazadeh there with 180 kilos, just warming up. So he certainly won't be coming in for quite a few lifts yet, because we're only on 180 kilos here. Record in the snatch, and he looked as if he could have done more if he'd had an extra attempt. And I think what's going to happen here, I mean, is that he's going to win the competition on his first clean and jerk, which you know makes it slightly boring from a composition viewpoint, but it makes it interesting because it then takes the pressure off of him. And if he is feeling good, it gives him the opportunity to jump to a world record and get 2 goes at it.
I've got a feeling that he's after a clean and jerk world record and a total world record. So if we can't have if it turns out that nobody can match him, ooh, oh, that's a bit too much reorganisation for my liking.
He was good in the second phase, but it just depends how much this is. And I think he's getting dizzy now.
Yeah,
struggling to. No, when that starts happening, you're in.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. And as you say, that clean was hard, but let's give him some credit. He didn't give up on it. He gave it his best.
So he finishes with a 238 and a 190.
428. So 28 kilo over his previous
World Championship
best.
Performance. Yeah. Not quite his world. No, because ironically, in the same year as the Senior World Championship, when he won the junior title, he actually lifted 5 kilos more, so he's 23 kilos up actually on his all-time best. But he's going to improve at 19. Now, Victor.
Gone up a kilo. So they're falling away a bit in the clean and jerk.
And remember, Nidek is sitting there.
Yeah, sitting there waiting and seeing what he needs for the.
Skebartis and Jabber are the two men he's got to keep an eye on. He's got to hope that both falter. One faltering doesn't help him. Both have got to falter.
Well, of course, Shigashev's still got a couple of attempts as well. So Skebartis needs this for a total.
Oh, well, that was totally different. Exhale and push.
Well, he's got a problem as well. So a couple of injuries.
So that gives him 444, all the fours.
That's the trouble as well, when the weights are this big. You just do one thing wrong technically, you lose your focus for a second, and it's so easy to pull something, or tear a muscle, or pull a ligament.
So Skebartis, first man to 243.